how sure are we you're coming back to Kenya? Nobody wants to stay in Germany.
Is working in Germany really a golden opportunity for Kenyans? Or is it just a pipe dream sold by President Ruto after his visit to the European nation?
Leo usiku mimi naenda Ujerumani kwa sababu alituahidi ya kwamba tutapata nafasi ya ajira watu 200,000. Lazima niende nipange hiyo kazi.
While the president has been busy touting the idea of exporting Kenyan labor to Germany, not everyone is convinced. In fact, some Kenyans are raising their eyebrows and their concerns about this grand promise.
Takeover of Germany by African countries, in this instance Kenya, now that it seems that their government had agreed to export 250,000 Kenyans to work in Germany. So they were asking, sisi tuko hapa, you want to bring Kenyans to work here. What happens to us?
The excitement is overshadowed by whispers of fear, as many are hesitant to pack their bags and jet off to Germany. And here is why some Kenyans are now skeptical of traveling to Germany.
That country. Germany is hugely probably made up of German people. And on their X platforms, most of them were questioning the takeover of Germany by African countries, in this instance Kenya, now that it seems that their government had agreed to export 250,000 Kenyans to work in Germany. So they were asking, sisi tuko hapa, you want to bring Kenyans to work here. What happens to us? So others were asking about the semi-skilled labor force. So they were asking, why do you have to go to Africa to get semi-skilled labor force while we are here? So they feel like the standards of the labor standards in their country are being diluted. That is the first thing. They also feel like they are competing with Kenyans for job opportunities in their countries. And they also feel, some are also attacking the illegal immigrants who are from Kenya, who are in Germany. Same way with whatever happened in South Africa and the xenophobia. South Africans felt we have so many Nigerians here and they are taking up everything. So Germans are not okay with this. And well, something else that some Kenyans might miss is to work in Germany. You see, to work in the UK, let me start with the UK. To work in the UK, you need a language proficiency in the English language. You take an IELTS exam test. To work in Germany, you have to take a similar test to show your proficiency in the German language. You have to have probably level 1, level B1 or level B2 to access employment opportunities in Germany. I am not sure if this is enshrined in their constitution and in their laws and bylaws relating to immigration and labor, but with my conversations from the foregoing with friends who are in the international labor, let me say the agency business of taking Kenyans outside this country, they have confirmed that Germany is strict with language because most of the Germans are not fluent in English. You see, like most Chinese insist on speaking in Mandarin. So you see the same happens to Germany. Most German people still speak in Germany and their proficiency in English is below 10%. So Ruto has not disclosed that Kenyans need to learn German, the German language, and he's not willing to. And he has also not disclosed that the agreement they had with the German delegation was that Kenya should also be willing to receive back Kenyans who would be repatriated, close to 100,000 Kenyans to be precise, who will be repatriated back to Kenya for being in Germany illegally. So you're taking around 250,000, which is an imaginative figure, which he lied about. Then 100,000 are being brought back. And he did not disclose the repatriation of Kenyans back to Kenya, because he selectively chooses what he wants to tell people so as to sell a certain narrative. You see, as a leader, you have to sell hope and pretend to be doing something. So in the end, this government is pretending to be doing something. The same way the Labour Ministry pretends to do something. Tell me how the Labour Ministry is never interested in averting strikes in this country, but it is always interested in signing CBA agreements with workers who've gone on strike. I mean, the Labour Ministry knows of ghost laws and knows that this particular, say, for example, this particular sector, say the teacher sector, is going on strike and they have already issued a notice of strike 3 weeks before the strike. And the ministry knows how to avert that strike, but they wait till the teachers or the doctors or the nurses go on strike, then decide now to call the officials so that they can discuss on how to end the strike, while they had the information prior to the strike. And if they wanted to solve the strike, and if they wanted to crack the whole issue, they would have cracked the whole issue. So the government we have today, headed by this president, is an entire PR stunt. With that, because they know Kenyans want to consume that, and they know they have seen Kenyans have been comfortable with lies upon lies upon lies, but now they can't read the mood that we have a young generation that is not interested in buying more lies. We have a young generation that is not interested in what tribe you come from, that is not interested in kingpinship and what political party you come from. That's why we say we are partyless. That's why we say we are tribeless. And to some point, we say we are leaderless because we've seen the leaders, the so-called leaders in this country, have always failed us. So we would rather come together. We would rather mobilize ourselves, leaderless as we are, to advocate for social change, to advocate for better governance, to advocate for a revolution of our mindset, and a physical revolution if we get there. Because people make a revolution appear as if it's a coup. It shouldn't be a coup, because we as citizens under Article 1 have the right to take over power from those that we have given power to, because we are the ones who donate power. We have donated power to Parliament, we've donated power to the judiciary, we've donated power to the executive, we've even donated power to the military and the police service. There wouldn't be a country without citizens. The executive would not exist without citizens. The judiciary and the National Police Service would not exist without citizens. We have conferred power to them, and we've agreed to be ruled and governed by them. And we as the donors of power have the right to take it back. Saa hii nikikusaidia gari na nifike mahali I want to use that car, I can take it back because mimi ndio nimekupea, it is a donation. Well, it is immoral to do that, but then it is still my car. So we are the donors of power, and we can take back that power. There is nothing wrong with going to State House, and there is nothing wrong with telling the president that we need you to resign. There is nothing wrong with telling your MP, I want to recall you, and starting the recall process. There is nothing absolutely wrong with that. Without you, that MP would never have clinched that seat, because there wouldn't be a constituency in the first place. A constituency and a country is not its land size. It is the people in there. The people confer power and delegate power to offices that rule and govern them. But that doesn't mean that because they are governed and ruled, that the ruler is greater than them. Your MP is still your servant. Your president is still your worker. They work for you. That is why you pay them using taxes. After all, we pay taxes through KRA. I mean, if they are better than us, if they are, say, more... let's just use the word better. If they are better than us, or if by whatever means they feel like they are gods, why not pay themselves taxes, build this country with their own taxes and their own monies, build industries, build roads, build airports, build schools, build hospitals, and we'll go to those hospitals and treat them as gods. But as long as they are eating our taxes, as long as we are paying them, as long as we are the ones contributing to their welfare, they get salaries from us. They get their allowances from us. They get money to dish out these projects, though they still dish them regionally and tribally from us. If we stop contributing this money, there would not be a government, there would not be a country. Because without taxes, there isn't a country. Without submission to the rule of law, there is no country. Look at countries that are in civil strife right now. The rule of law and constitutionalism in those countries is almost close to zero. There cannot be a government without citizens who are willing to be governed. There cannot be government without citizens who donate power to those governments. So if we decide to take back our power that we've donated to the president, to the MP, to the senator, to the MCA, to the governor, there should be no problem at all. There should be no problem at all.